Dave? Dave, is that you? Dave? Dave. Where is he? What about this one? Are you Dave? Big box Dave? No, you're kind of a small box. Are you small package guy? Dave? Dave? I'll just wait. Those aren't Dave. Where's this guy? So today we're going to be taking a look at Evil Dave with red eyes and how we did this in Adobe After Effects. Wow. In Adobe After Effects. We have not yet added red eyes to Evil Dave, but the future is uncertain and anything is possible. As you can see, that is one angry, evil son of a bee. So without further delay, let's jump into this thing. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Editor J's Editing Hour. This is Editor J of OpenSea Films and editor of the famous MTG Attitude. Now, I was just looking for Dave in those boxes. Albeit they were tiny. I figured, what a perfect hiding spot for such a big person. Tiny boxes. Because I wouldn't think to look for him in a small box, right? But I haven't seen him in a few days and real worried about the guy. I feel like I have no purpose. So instead of editing an MTG Attitude, today we're going to do Editor J's Quick Tips. And we're going to start a new project in Adobe After Effects. A new composition. We'll make this 1920 by 1080 full HD, which I used to think meant a full-size hot dog or hand device, or you know what? Whatever. It means hot dog. Full hot dog. We're going to import a couple of files. And this one looks good. This son of a bee right here is Big Box Dave. A perfect rendition of either a gopher or Evil Dave. I'm starting to speculate that Big Box Dave was kidnapped by Evil Dave. If you see this man, run. Dun dun dun. Okay. So here's what we're going to do for today's quick editing tutorial in Adobe After Effects. Again, not a paid promotion. And by the way, if you haven't checked out my friend Big Box Dave over here, he may run a channel called MTG Attitude. And let me tell you something. It is the best Magic the Gathering pack cracking YouTube channel you've ever seen. Not only does it have magic cards in it, which are the coolest things in the world, but we do skits, bits, and slits? I don't know. What rhymes with bits? I'll fix that in post, Mr. Guy. What we're going to do here today Oh, by the way, he's at youtube.com/mtgattitude. This guy is so close to 1,000 subscribers. I would love to see him get there. Share, like, and subscribe to MTG Attitude. Link in the description below. Now, here's what we're going to do. We are going to track some motion. Okay? So we're going to go to this tracker window, and if you don't see it, go to Window, Tracker. If it's unchecked, you want to check it, and there it will be someplace. And just going to move this up here, and we are going to track his eyeball. I am going to look and see. Yeah. This alien son of a bee does not blink through that entire clip. I cannot believe it. He doesn't blink at all. He's like a supernatural being. If he wasn't so damn evil, he might be a superhero. Alright, so we're just gonna set this options to stop tracking if confidence is below, let's say 75%. Close. And we're going to track forwards. And it already lost the track. And I don't believe it. So we're going to just set it right there in the eyeball. And we're going to do this and track forward. And looks like we have a good track. So there you have it. It looks as if it sticks to that eyeball pretty good. Okay, now we're gonna create a new null object. A null object is sort of like an empty placeholder, and we're gonna rename it to right eye. And we are gonna edit the target of this track and make sure it's on right eye and apply. X and Y, and done. Now we're back to the window here, and you see the null object moves with his eye. So the next thing we're going to do is create a new null object and call it left eye track. This one should be called right eye track. So left eye, we're just gonna now go back to the tracker, select the layer again, and track motion. We're gonna drag this over to the left eye, and that's pretty good. Options, stop tracking, okay. And then we're gonna track forwards. And you see here, it already fell off. So we're just going to fix that. Track forward, and yeah, struggling on this eye. And it's pretty close that I'm just gonna adjust it. Okay, so now like he blinked. This is one of those things. So actually, just gonna delete that point and that point, and we're gonna do is set our endpoint right there. So now we're going to take the tracker and track that eyeball again. Track forward. Motherfucker. And since we're at the end of the clip, actually, we're going to analyze that backwards. Let's fix it a little bit here. You know, these things happen when you're tracking, and that's okay. And actually, that's the track. Okay. So now we're going to edit target and call it left eye. Okay, and apply. Now we have two tracked eyeballs, right? That move. Okay. So now we're going to give this guy a little characteristic that makes him very evil. We're going to type a new solid. Let's call it I read 1, I read right, and that was not it. Select the solid, select layer, solid settings, color, make it red. Okay. So what we want to do is take this and turn down the opacity way in on the right eye. Okay. And we're going to select the colored layer, take the pen tool, and we're just going to draw a mask. Doesn't have to be totally perfect, just like that. And we're going to hit M on the keyboard, MM, and we'll feather it out like 10 pixels. Hit T on the keyboard for opacity and turn it back up. And then I'm going to hit F4 and we'll change the mode to multiply. And that looks pretty cool. We can even make it better. Hitting Control Spacebar to bring up your FX console from videocopilot.net. Link in the description below. This is not a paid sponsorship. I just really like their stuff. And we're going to type in glow. Alright. Okay, so we've added a glow. And we've set it to threshold 32%, 126 on radius, and 57. Let's do 58 and 33%. Gives me a decent red little glow there. And then we're going to add another glow and put this above the original glow. And I'm going to render it on top, turn up the threshold, turn down the radius, turn up the intensity. And then we're going to parent it to the right eye track. Then we're going to duplicate this layer. I read left. Going to parent it to the left eye track. I'm going to take it and physically move it to the left eye. And we have this nice evil looking stuff. We have a nice evil looking Dave. Let's render this out. And there you have it. That's today's 10-minute tutorial about how to evil the eyes. Thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about After Effects, Adobe Premiere Pro, editing, VFX, graphics, graphic design, motion graphics, and by learn, I mean crack jokes and basically experiment with these things, crash course or hack your way through editing, subscribe to this channel. And by all means, subscribe to MTG Attitude as soon as possible. And if you see Big Box Dave, tell him Large Marge sent ya. Okay, bye.